Hey, this is Danielle. Today I'm going to be talking about a trade that I did in Robinhood over the earnings report. This was purely a volatility crush based trade. I got in directly before the earnings report and I'm about to get out right now. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through that. But essentially, what I did with this ticker was I just identified a ticker in which I thought that the move that was being priced in the options market was pretty high, and it looked like it was higher than the stock normally moves over the report. So here's a screenshot from yesterday. This is my earnings hot zone. Right here, you can see that the market maker expected move was $2.13. This is a value that you can get in ThinkorSwim. If you don't trade with ThinkorSwim, all you do is add together the cost of the at the money call and the at the money put right before the earnings report. That will tell you what the implied move in the options market is over that earnings report. Then what you can do is you can go back and you can look at the previous quarters and you can say, okay, how much does this stock actually move? In this case, the market maker move was pricing in about a 12% move. Okay. That was pretty high. And one of the reasons why it was so high was because specifically last quarter, the stock gapped up 15.3%. And I had this big breakaway gap. So oftentimes what you can find is you can find a stock that, you know, maybe for the most part, if you look at the last 12 quarters, and here I can bring you my live chart right here to show you. But if you look at the last 12 quarters, you'll see it hasn't moved more than 12% very often. You have this quarter right here that it moved 14%. Then you have this quarter right here where it moved 15%. But out of 12 quarters, you know, that's only 2 out of 12. Well, it's actually 2 out of 11 because that's the new value. Or sorry, this one's the new value. So it's actually 2 out of 11. But anyways, what that means is that your odds for selling volatility are really good. Now, if you looked at this chart and you said, well, 6 times out of 12, it moves more than the expected range, you basically have a 50-50 shot. So at that point, you just have to determine if the risk to reward is worth it for you. In this instance, I felt I had a pretty good shot. So I wanted to go ahead and sell the at the money premium. Now, obviously, you can always have any random quarter where it goes, 20% against you. So that's why I focus on selling defined risk strategies and I never sell naked premium. So this is my live chart. You can see that this quarter, this morning, it gapped up 6.7%, which was $1.19. But what you can see from the 15-minute chart is that even though it gapped up, it has immediately come right back down. This is exactly what you want to see when you are trading volatility and you're looking for a volatility crush. You get the earnings report, move comes out, trades higher, comes back basically right to where it was directly before the earnings report. So, what does that look like? Well, right now, this trade is up about 40%. It was up a little bit more just not too long ago. But 40% overnight is great. So I'll take it. Usually target about 30%. So it's better than what I would normally target. And that's because the implied volatility on this was so high. So looking at this right now, you're currently trading at $17.82. You have an implied volatility of 122%. You might look at that and say, man, that's really high. But let me show you the screenshot of where it was at yesterday. So this is a screenshot of when I got into the trade. The volatility was at 232% yesterday. So when I sold these $18 calls, they were going for $1.10. The puts were going for $1.18. I got into this. I got into this trade and I received a credit of $1.53. Now, for a $2 wide spread, $2 on this side and $2 on this side, that is a really good risk to reward ratio. And this is actually the screenshot that I took when I got into the trade. So I was risking a max of $225. Like, that's all I could have lost. If Robinhood fell by 30%, I would lose a maximum of $225. The max profit is $775. Now, the only way you can get the max profit is if you hold this all the way until Friday expiration. I don't do that on my earnings trades because I'm always getting in and getting out. Could I do it? I mean, yeah, I could, but that's just not really how I trade them. Today's Thursday, so there's not that much time left. I could theoretically sit here all day and watch this and then watch it tomorrow as well. But that's just not really how I do it. I just try to get in and out, get my 40%, because you know why? You don't want to look at 40% and say, well, that's not very good. It's $300. I could make 700, and then tomorrow it's down 10%. And then you lost 225 instead. So anyways, I had initially taken in a credit of $1.53. Now this is going for 85. That's where the profit is coming from, because these options that yesterday were worth over $1 are now worth 50 cents and 38 cents. Now, if the stock stays right around here, that will just keep decaying. The premium will just keep decaying. And that 85 cents will go into your account in the form of money. And since I have 5 contracts, it's 85 cents times 5. That's how much more you can make. So that is my trade review video on Robinhood. This was a pretty, simple in and out. Basically, to find these trades, what you want to do is you just want to go to a resource like Earnings Whispers. I also talk about them in our trading room. You can also find my earnings watch list usually on my Twitter feed. But basically, you just go into Earnings Whispers and look at the calendar and just look for some of these stocks. You've got Mara that's going to be reporting soon, Blink, Frog, DBX, and you just want to go down your list and say, okay, is there something here that has high implied volatility, and is there a decent chance that it'll stay within a range? Well, how do you know if there's a decent chance? Well, you go back and you look at what it's done quarter over quarter. Like Mara, for example, this is 4%, 13%, 8%, 3.7, 10%. Let's see, 5%, 2.9, 2.7, 2%. So when you look at that and then you say, okay, what's the market maker expected move? Market maker expected move is $1.72. So you do $1.72 and then you divide it by the stock price. So it's telling you that there's an implied move in this stock of 8.6%. So what's the likelihood that this stock will move less than that? Well, this quarter, yeah, it did have a big move. That quarter it was less, that quarter it was less, that quarter it was less. That quarter you would have lost money, less, 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 less. So, if you look at the last 8 quarters and you say, hey, I would have lost money twice with defined risk strategy, but the rest of the time I would have had a volatility crush trade. That is something that would fit the criteria. Now, you can see that the volatility is not at the peak of the quarter. I do usually like to see it at the peak of the quarter. But let me just go ahead and look at this one. So it's at 220% implied volatility, and that goes down to about 114% within 3 weeks and 111% within a month. So when you look at all that, I think this is a pretty good candidate. But, anyways, if you want to join me when I'm going over trade ideas, go ahead and check out the links below. Other than that, hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.